Seattle. I haven't talked about Seattle in a while, I don't think. So there's some new stuff that's sort of out there, so we'll just squash it all into one video and get through it. Because Seattle is 2 years away from being able to draft their players, but we're very close to finding out the team name, and we may very well have had a hint through what their website looks like. NHL Seattle is making substantial investments in traffic in the area, which has been dubbed a nightmare in comments that I've been seeing, and it is a nightmare in and around Key Arena. And I mean in as well, in that they want to fix lineup problems in Key Arena when they've got the new Seattle Center built. And it is impressive what they're trying to do. They're even looking at light patterns to make it so that on a game day, the light patterns will be different to help to mitigate the traffic problem. Good luck to them. Honestly, mean it. They're going to be in for quite the issue, especially if they share a game day with the Seahawks, the Mariners. It's going to be interesting. The lower bowl should be completely out of the building, as in demolished within the next few days here. And by the middle of June, they're building underground. They're digging 70 feet down. So it's significantly underground, and they're widening it by, I believe it said 70 feet. So it's going to be a larger arena. It's going to be a deeper arena. It's going to seat a lot more people. It's going to be pretty fantastic. They cannot change the roof. The roof has to stay in place. That's a historical landmark. And the glass itself, while it's not currently in the building, is off being held at a secondary location, and it's all numbered off, and it'll all come back after they've got everything else done on the inside of the building. Light green and salmon colors on the new NHL Seattle website, which is now nhl.com/Seattle. So they're working on it. They're getting there. And the fact that it's a light green, tealish color and salmon. Now, salmon's a very specific color of pink. If you see a guy wearing a pink shirt and you say, "Is that pink?" he'll turn around and go, "No, it's salmon," because men don't wear pink. So it's a salmon color, and much like the LA Kings didn't wear purple, they wore forum blue. I'm guessing it'll be called salmon color, which really lends itself to the whole Sockeyes thing. Means Sockeyes is very likely to be the colors of the team. I meant that Sockeyes will be the name of the team, right? Not the color, the name of the team. I would just go with Sockeye. You don't need to pluralize it to Sockeyes. You don't. But then again, Leafs aren't a thing either. They're leaves. So, whatever. Hockey, right? The name is to be revealed this year. There were rumors it'd be this summer. Ted Lywicki's come out and said by the end of the year, maximum. So at some point in 2019, we'll know the team names. I would say that because the colors of their new website are different than the red and black they were sporting before that, I think the colors have been decided upon. And what I liked was on their site where it said, color options and what would you like to see. And one of the options was anything that's not blue and green. So their color schemes that they've had for the Mariners and the Seahawks, there may very well be people saying, look, we don't want it to look the same. Dave Tippett walked away from the Seattle group because he wanted the day-to-day work. He missed the day-to-day work. It's been 2 years since he coached in the National Hockey League. He wanted to do so again, and he didn't want to coach Seattle because he felt that 4 years in between coaching in the NHL and being on the shelf that long wouldn't be fair to Seattle. He also said that moving the start time from 2020 to 2021 did not influence his decision. He would have gone to Edmonton no matter what. So, just to sort of, because he did a lot for this franchise in terms of helping them, figure out the whole practice facilities, the way that they're going to figure out all the locker rooms, all that wonderful stuff. He was behind a lot of that. So his fingerprints are going to be on this team when it takes the ice, but he'll be coaching somebody else. Now, AHL affiliates, it's down to 2 cities, Palm Springs, California, or Boise, Idaho. There will be a Palm Springs hockey arena in place, which will seat 12,000 by 2021. But Boise, Idaho currently has the Idaho Steelheads. Well, Steelheads and Sockeye, right? That works perfectly. And that's currently the Stars East Coast affiliate. So it's down to those 2 cities, and they're going to name who they're affiliated with pretty darn soon. And that's something that we don't really think about is every time you add a new franchise, well, now you're expanding in the lower leagues as well. So you're giving more jobs to those guys in the lower leagues, and it shows that hockey gets healthier and healthier. Speaking of which, there is going to be a 2-rink, depending on which website you use, either it's $20 million or a $25 million complex being built in Snoqualmie, which is just outside of Seattle. And that shows that there's more interest and that they're willing to throw some money into hockey right now because they see that it's going to grow in the Seattle area. So, new arena, and that is outside of the practice facility that they're going to have. So there's going to be all kinds of new ice surfaces for people in and around the Seattle area who want to go out and skate or want to get their kids into skating. There's going to be opportunities. So it's an exciting time for Seattle, and that really shows that locally the excitement's picking up. And what I like on their website, if you look at it, they do a lot of callbacks. Callbacks to previous teams in Seattle. They also have links on the NHL Seattle site to current Seattle and near Seattle teams, so like the Tacoma Rockets, the Seattle Thunderbirds is pictured here, this kind of thing, and they have throwbacks to when they had the Metropolitans, when they had the Totems, and players who played for those teams and announcers, and just getting into the history that Seattle does have when it comes to hockey. So June 15th is the start date to excavate 600,000 cubic yards of dirt. It wouldn't fit in this room, not by a long shot. So that's just for visual. Bigger than this room. Probably a lot. It is a ton. And, you know, the thing with that is, too, so you have to excavate that. So the traffic in Seattle is going to be kind of, it's a lot of trucks driving in and driving out of that arena. That's going to snarl some traffic as well. And in that Mercer area, it's just, it's awful. And I feel for people in the city of Seattle that need to go through there on their way to or from work any given day. Going through Everett can be a nightmare as well. Just I-5 going through Everett is a snail's pace. It just almost stops at points. At some points it did stop the few times we've gone through Everett. So they do have a lot of work to do. I think there's going to be a lot of work done, different government levels as well, because in the grand scheme of all of this, if this all goes well, the NBA might come in right behind it. You might see the NBA look at a brand new arena that they built for the Seattle Kraken, Sockeyes, whatever name they go with, right? And they might look at that arena and say, you know, maybe the NBA can come back here. So there's a lot of parts in motion here, and I think for Seattle, it's an exciting time, and you're 2 years out from your NHL dream being realized. So let me know what you guys think. If you're in and around that area, you're getting more excited about hockey, watching more hockey, or you just, it's 2 years out. We'll discuss that then. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through, if you just happen upon this video while browsing around the internet. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.